So hi everybody and welcome back to Unreal Engine 5 full game tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 80 and in this video I want to talk about footsteps, but we have to go back later again to throw stone because we have to optimize there a little bit. But in this video, footsteps. And footsteps are very important in general in games, but in my game I use just one footstep because you can see here's only dirt on the ground. And that makes my life very easy, but of course I want to show in this video how you can have different footsteps sounds for different surfaces. All right, let's get into it. First of all, what we need is create a material. So let's create here a material folder, new folder, material. Then we open up the folder and we create a material, or you can just select a material. You don't have to create a material, but let's create in this demonstration a material. Let's call this m underscore, for example, dirt. So because we make here a dirt material, and when we walk on this dirt material, we want to have sound of dirt, which is the standard sound here. So after that, you open this one up, then we dock this here on top. Then you can assign here a vector. For example, you press 3, then enter here. Then we have here this vector. You can connect this one and assign by double clicking here a value to it. Let's assign it something dark brown, because that will work something like so. Let's see, something like so. And that can work. All right, so we have this one as our material, but this one is just material. We can save it. Okay, you have, of course, create a real material. This is just for demonstration purposes, but actually this is not how we can use it, because this is just a material what we created. Or you can just select anything. For example, you can select this one and then just go to material folder and you have just the material. What we need is now we need a so-called physical material. What is that? You select again this material node here, then you go here to the details panel, and then here you have these properties. It says here physical material, and we have to assign this physical material here. And of course you should read the documentation what this other material is and how to use them more in detail. But we need to create a physical material and assign it to the created material, which we have here. All right, let's do this. Let's create a physical material. We go again to our folder, in material folder, right click, but this time we go to physics here, and then here in physical material, we click this one, we select this one, select, and we call this anything. I call it PM for physical material, and then dirt. All right, then we open this one up, and you have to read this again in the documentation, all the other settings here, what they do, or watch a YouTube video. But the important setting here is only the last one, which says here physical properties. Why is this very important? Because here we can select what this physical material should be. For example, a dirt, a grass, or wood, whatever you like. Here I made here a test name, and important is when you create the first time this material, there is nothing here probably. And the reason for that is you have to create these names. These are just names, and the question is, okay, where we created, you create these names, not here. The names which you should create is you go to edit, to project settings. You open up the project settings. In project settings, you go down to engine. In engine, you go down to physics. In physics, you scroll down where you go here to physical surface, and then you have here many slots. And now these slots, you can name it. You can see this horror engine already named this one here. This one I created. Let's rename it to something else. Dirt, which I created just for test purposes. So you assigned here the names which you like. Then you can close it, and this project settings is saving automatically. So then you go back to your physical material, and now here you can assign the name. It is just a name. There is nothing else. And this one means now we are finished. We can save that. We go back to our material. Here we select that what we created. So again, we select this one here, go to our Pyhsical Material, and now you select that what you created. Mine is called PM Dirt, this one here. And now my dirt material has now a Pyhsical material on it, which says when anyone walks on this one here, it will be treated as a Pyhsical dirt material. So, and this is just a name, nothing more right now. And of course, this properties makes some nice effects. You should read this or watch a nice video about this. All right, with that, we have finished with creating the material, assigning it on our project settings, and then we can go and use it. So the question is how we use this material. Of course, you have to assign this here on the surface. I don't make it because this surface has already a material. So when I click, for example, this surface, and then I go here down to material section, then or let's write here, or just click here materials, probably here anywhere. Physics we have here, and let's write material. So here in material section, you can see here is already a material. We can check this out, what this material is. For example, this one here, I can open this one and then I see if this has anything assigned to it, which I can use. Physics, and here is nothing. You can make here something else too, if you want, and assign here to, for example, Pyhsical materials or something like that. But I don't know if this one is the real material, because this one is the master material. They are using different kind of materials, so you are probably not using this one here. So anyway, that's how you create materials. Then you assign this, and later you can scan this material. So what I mean with scan is when your character is walking on this surface, we have now to check anyhow what this surface is, right? And there are different ways how you can make this. The origin which I use, make it with a line trace, and we have talked already about a line trace, right? So let me show you how they do it. So when you go in your character, and when you press here the move in the movement section, when you press the forward key, they call a function. It is called here footstep head shake. Then when you double click on it, then you see something like this. Don't worry, you get a shock, but actually that looks only brutal. It's not brutal. It's very easy actually, because here there are only one node, this one, and these are just options which you can put in. And this node is head shake, which means when you walk, you have a little shaking camera, which is a nice effect itself. But this one needs a separate video if you're interested in this one. But important is this one here. They use a line trace to scan again the surface here. So when you walk, all time when you walk, it fires here a line trace to the earth here, and scans the surface type here, and the hit result here on the with the line trace, it's similar what we made with the line trace. They use a sphere trace, but so with other words, they have just one more option here. They can have here a radius of 30, but it's similar to line trace. You split up again here the hit result, or you just take it, and then important is there is this out hit Pyhsical material. This one is the hit result which you are interested in. You get out it, and then you say get surface type, this one here, and then the surface type you have to get this select, because the surface type, when you get from this one the select node, it will automatically fill with all the things which it's possible. And this one which is possible, which you see here, is that what I showed you in this project settings. And with that one, I will go in the next video a little bit more depth in these steps here, because that looks a little bit brutal. But like I said, this one is just one node here, and then we are just scanning, selecting, and getting the material. But we have also create the sound and so on. And yeah, like I said, this one I show you in the next video. And if you have again questions or any comments, write all time, write in the comment section. And don't worry, that looks only difficult. This one is not So difficult. All right. And by the way, I will show you another nice video. Let me show you this one. You probably notice this person here, this YouTuber, made for every node, um, a video, which means if you have probably problems to understand nodes, go to YouTube, write what the fuck, and then I don't know what the fuck is Physical Material or whatever. Or sometimes he has another thing, another word. Just scan his playlist, and then he will explain almost all nodes and in blueprints. And don't worry if it says here Unreal Engine 4, because it is just a version before, and almost all thing what works in Unreal Engine 4 works in Unreal Engine 5 too. So don't worry about this version too much. There are only the other way around is a little bit more complicated. So for example, if you make something in Unreal Engine 5, and then you want to go back to Unreal Engine 4, then it might be that some things works not, because Unreal Engine 5 has more features, more advanced features, but the other way around worked most time. Not all time, because there are some deprecated features as well, but most time, almost many things from Unreal Engine 4 works also in Unreal Engine 5 as well. So don't worry about this version too much. Only the other way around is bad. When you have 5 and you go back to 4, that can cause more problems. All right, with that said, we see us in the next video where we continue with this footsteps, but I think you can already try to make this physical material and this assignment, and then it works perhaps, but if not, don't worry. Next video I show you this a little bit more in detail. So see you there, bye, and good luck. Of course, I will link this one here as well in the description. Bye.